they could trace their ancestors back 200 years, 300 years, 400 years, however many. And they're very intent to find out who were their ancestors. For this reason, when we read the genealogy of the earthly ancestors of Christ our God, we should be able to recognise all of them, because we've read the Old Testament. And so we know all about these people. If we don't, read it and find out. For us, why is it important that we know generation after generation after generation? Because those are the very ones who have brought us to where we are. God has given us to our parents, to our grandparents, to our great-grandparents, and we have picked up from them certain habits. Hopefully those habits are good habits. We have picked up from them giving thanks to God. We've picked up from them praying when times are hard and when times are good. Hopefully we will have picked up the habit of prayer, the habit of cleanliness, the habit of morality, the habit of coming to church and giving thanks to God, the habit of confession, the habit of receiving communion. We are all, to a very great extent, a combination of all those in our families who have gone before us. No doubt we all have what we call a skeleton in the cupboard, somewhere down the line of our ancestry. Some of us perhaps not very far back, or perhaps we are the skeleton in our cupboard. It's important to realise that what happened at Christmas was not the birth of God. It was the incarnation of God. God becoming human. In St. John's Gospel we read that the Word was in the beginning with God, and was God, and is God. Jesus was not created. He was with God, and is God, from the very beginning and before the beginning. What happens on Christmas Day is that God from all the ages becomes man, becomes human for our salvation. To what intent? He was born so that he could die. Only through his body could God die on the cross for our salvation. So there is an awful lot packed in to that manger in the cave at Bethlehem. And if only we could realise, we would rejoice all the time that God has become human for our salvation.